Hello, everyone. This is Pastor Greg. Joining me today is Dr. Marks. We're going to be discussing today really an underlying question. So, we've discussed the subject of truth and is there truth? What is truth? But more importantly than what is truth, what is our relationship to truth? And how does it apply? Why does it matter that we even ask this question in the first place? What would you say are some points in which why we need to even ask these questions?
Well, truth is all around us. We can't escape it. And because we can't escape it, it affects everything we do, everything we say, everything we think. And people want to try to pretend that they can escape the truth, but they can't, for one. It affects us. And two, understanding that you can't escape it, well, that brings you to a place of, am I going to go and find the truth, or am I just going to kind of bounce through life and, what is? In other words,
Kind of ignore it along the way.
Well, it's kind of like this. There's a difference between a fish swimming up the stream, which is intentional, and a piece of driftwood that's floating down the stream, just bouncing up against everything and getting caught on this. See, people who recognize that we can't escape truth and we have to understand it and we have a relationship to it, they're like the fish going up the stream. They are active, they are looking, they are trying to find, their way through.
Sure.
Driftwood is, by its very nature, dead. This is not a very good place to be.
Sure.
So ignoring the truth is like being the driftwood.
And there's some common sense examples that I think we can acknowledge, right? I mean, I can take this cup right now, and the reason I say this is because I think we lean on truth a lot more than we're willing to recognize.
Absolutely.
Or that we're aware.
Absolutely.
I can take this right here, and if I start to tilt it towards my face, I'm abiding by the truth that everything I've observed is going to take place, right? Which is water coming out of a cup and those kinds of things. I can also come to the conclusion that if I drop this right now, it's going to fall. Now, it depends if you're on the earth or if you're on the moon as far as how fast it's going to fall, right? With gravity, and there are different rules with science, but at the end of the day, we actually do a lot of things that have to do with living in truth, such as driving our vehicle, right? I can think of any scenario that I want. When I'm driving down the freeway, if I just crank the steering wheel, I can think, well, is that really going to make me crash? The reality is, we know intuitively that truth is pretty reliable, right? And we're not going to challenge it in that sense when it's a matter of life or death.
Yeah. Well, there are entire religions out there, Hinduism for being one of them, that tries to say that reality, truth, is really an illusion. But these people still look both ways when they cross the street. So it's either you or the bus, right?
Sure.
That's the truth.
Sure.
Whether you want to deny it or not, it's not relevant.
Say it when you're on an airplane with an open door.
Precisely. So truth is something you can't escape even when you try to deny it. People try to deny it frequently. They try to deny their own existence. I don't really exist. And of course, as soon as you say, I don't really exist, you've affirmed that you do in order to say it. You can't escape truth. Truth is everywhere. It's all around you.
Sure.
And being aware that truth is all around you should draw you, in my opinion, to seek the truth about your existence, about how things ought to be, how you should behave. Again, that's the fish going up the stream.
Sure.
That's alive. People who try to ignore it are like the driftwood, the dead driftwood. They just, fall into destruction.
Sure. And I think it would be fair, or would it be fair enough in conclusion to say that truth is, there's ultimately no getting around it for all of us. And the reason that we should pursue truth is because not only does it have some instant gratification things, such as not dying or not getting hurt,
Exactly.
but there may be some bigger picture benefits of abiding or living in truth.
Absolutely. And those things can be eternal. Truth is that thing which corresponds or matches or lines up with what is actual, what is real. And living in the real is a whole lot better than living in denial. For example, if somebody says, well, I think arsenic is a great tonic. I just want to drink some arsenic. Well, what lines up with what is real is arsenic will kill you.
Doesn't matter how much you believe
Doesn't matter how much you believe a lie.
The truth will prevail.
The truth will prevail. So that's why we want to pursue truth.